Hybrid Who here. Today I thought I'd bring you something a little different. I figured I would kind of do like a collection slash display review or tour, or I'm not really reviewing anything. I'm already off track. But anyway, basically I collect a whole bunch of different nerdy things. Well, a large bit of it's Doctor Who, but way more is even other stuff. But I figured I would just kind of show you guys around my living room, really, and any other place where it's, you know, other stuff, only a little bit in my bedroom, and that's it. But, it's, snowing outside, so I've got nothing better to do than to stay inside and make videos today. So this is the one wall of my living room here. I got, like, a Star Wars poster, and the Doctor Who Sonic Screwdriver poster, the blueprint poster that comes with the Universal David Tennant remote. I have a Star Trek The Next Generation mini poster that I've had signed by LeVar Burton and Jonathan Frakes. I'm looking to fill that in with other actors as time comes. I framed my Toys R Us rewards card, rest in peace. The Avatar pops are just kind of here for now until I find a better place to display them. There's not really a lot of Avatar stuff, so they don't need a whole lot of room. Thor versus Thanos, that's a cool pop movie moment, and not sure if these pops, like all of them, are going to stay here or not. Here are my classic slash non-Doctor Sonics. War Doctors is in there because he's pre-9, even though it did appear in a newer episode. So, kind of on just a cardboard stand I rigged up, but it keeps them all vertical and doesn't take up too much space, you know, as far as like where the base is all up. Extra Rey figure. I do a lot more Star Wars figures than Doctor Who stuff, only because there's more Star Wars stuff made than Doctor Who. Up here on the top of this bookshelf, I've got a couple of the 3 3/4 inch Doctor Who figures. I never got too big into those, but I kind of experimented because I was doing Star Wars 3 3/4 at the time that those came out, and that was kind of my figure scale, but shortly after those came out, I really graduated into the 6-inch scale. There's my signed David Tennant Sonic Screwdriver. There's my 5th and 6th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver in the same case as the Tennant Screwdriver, which I'm going to keep them in once I get them signed at Pensacon next month. Plane tickets are bought. The admission is bought. All we have to do is wait till the end of February to go. Here it was pretty much exclusively my autograph shelf, but some stuff got mixed in. Most of these shelves have those pop lights up top. I need to get some more for some of the other bookcases. Missy and River aren't signed yet. Those are going to be signed at Pensacon. Most everything else in box is. My Mike Coulter, Luke Cage Netflix autograph, Ian McDiarmid, The Emperor, Ray Park, Darth Maul, Peter Capaldi, as always, John Barrowman and Billy Piper. And then I kind of just put some other things in here. The front of the shelf wasn't being used for anything, so I put some small stuff in. I'm excited for the Lego Movie 2, so I haven't really bought anything big for that, but a couple of like the small sets, you know, the $3 bag things with figures, and then the astronaut set I thought was cool. Those Titan vinyl minis that came with the DVD collection box sets that you can find at Walmart right now. That Journal of Impossible Things comes in a set with this mini screwdriver, so that's a neat little thing. Maybe I'll make a video on that sometime. Below that is where my 5.5-inch figures really are. I don't have a ton just because they don't make a ton of them anymore. Whenever I find a deal on older ones, I usually jump on it. But most of these I did find in person at stores, mostly a little store called Calendars Go. I mean, it's like a chain, but they normally pop up in malls around the holidays. But most of them I found at one of their year-round outfits. And a lot of them were on sale, too, like that Flight Control TARDIS I got for $15 US, whereas retail was like $30. That Matt Smith screwdriver is just there temporarily. I just kind of needed a place to put it, and I had a corner there. But I'm just waiting to have a convention nearby with Matt Smith. That's going to be signed. But yeah, a lot of the figures are 11th, 12th Doctor era onwards. There weren't really a ton of older figures to ever really be found. I found that McGann for $5 in a clearance bin. I know that he goes for a lot more than that, so that's cool. Baker I ended up getting on Amazon for a couple of dollars. Looking below that, I've got like my Harry Potter everything shelf, along with a pop light that's dying. I guess we'll put a new battery in that at some point, but it's lit up enough. A lot of those wands are from those $10 Walmart mystery bags, where they had like 9 different wands, and you just never knew what you were going to pull. The only 2 that aren't from the mystery bags is Harry's wand and Dumbledore's wand. Dumbledore's I got from Toys R Us on the going out of business sale for $10. Harry's I found at a yard sale for $4, and I couldn't really pass on that. And it came in the Universal Orlando, like, brown Ollivanders box. I have the light-up Newt Scamander wand. And then a bunch of the minifigures from the Lego minifigure run. So that's kind of just been something I pick up on the side. The Slytherin locket I got on AliExpress for like I think it was free, but you pay the $2 shipping, so that was cool. I've had that for a while. Below that is kind of a little bit of everything else. The Lego Doctor Who TARDIS set, which is one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. In addition to the TARDIS, I ended up getting the 12th Doctor and the Cybermen minifigures, because they had those in Lego Dimensions. Over here is another mini sonic screwdriver. I believe this one came with the vortex manipulator. So I've got 2 of those little mini ones that just light up. USS Enterprise D from Eaglemoss. I saw those advertised where you pay $5, you get that and the Klingon ship, and then afterwards you're subscribed unless you cancel it, which I did. But for $5, it's a cool little model. A couple of Rick and Morty things. I'm waiting for the new season. It's not my main thing, but I went through and I watched it through one time and I really liked it. And then, you know, those McFarlane sets went on sale for really cheap, and I found the portal gun and the Rick figure at a comic shop in a clearance bin, and I was like, yeah, I'll get those, but that's not really a big collectible thing for me. So that's just the one bookshelf. Starting to turn around. I've got Marvel posters in my living room, like the theater-sized. Nothing to be seen through there, just my messy-ass dining room and storage room. I'm not a crazy clean freak. Over here is pretty much Star Wars. Up top, I've got some Marvel. I don't do a lot of Marvel comic figures, but like I got the video game Spider-Man and a couple of Deadpools, but I just don't put them with my movie figures because they don't blend in. Replica Infinity War Arc Reactor and the Infinity Gauntlet. Looking down through the Star Wars figures, we aren't really going to stick on them too terribly much. These are the shelves I need more lights for. But up here is mostly my Imperial shelf. So like original trilogy era, you know, Imperial figures go here. These are all Star Wars Black Series 6-inch figures by Hasbro. They're my main thing I collect, just because they're in higher quantity than Doctor Who. Below that, we have the Rebel Alliance era. Pretty much everything I put there is like from the TV show Rebels through to the end of the original trilogy. Below that, it's kind of a mix. The left is prequel trilogy stuff. The right is like solo bounty hunters and then like background characters, you know, Jawas and Sand People, and I threw Darth Revan in there because he's the only like Old Republic figure ever, so it was just kind of, this was my mix-up shelf, so Revan got thrown in. Below that is Star Wars Black Series 6-inch deluxe figures, your Kmart Rey and Kylo fight set, your Rey Speeder and Luke Speeder sets, the Tauntaun and the Wampa that came packed with Han and Luke in snow gear. The Han and Luke are on the shelf up above, or on the original trilogy shelf, and then one of the Speeder Scouts. Below that is like Rebel Alliance era Lego sets. Lego Star Wars isn't really a crazy huge thing for me. I pretty much just find them on clearance and I like making the model. So I don't have a ton of Lego Star Wars. Between the other bookshelf and that is my photographs from conventions where I've met different actors. Capaldi, John Barrowman, David Tennant, Billy Piper, Ian McDiarmid, I've all gotten photos with. Everyone I meet at Pensacon I intend to get a photo with. There's my Tom Baker autograph. We saw that in my my autograph shop unboxing video. Over here, I haven't done a video on this, but this is prop money from the what was it? It was the season 3 Christmas special, The Runaway Bride. That's the episode title, Runaway Bride. Catherine Tate's first episode, and then she came back in season 4. But that bit where David Tennant pointed a screwdriver at an ATM and made it spit out money so people would rush the ATM and put a wall between him and the alien robots. So that was one of the fake notes. It looks like an English, 10-pound note, but instead of, one of the royal family people, they put David Tennant on it, and then instead of the official stamp, it's like it's a TARDIS. So that's one of my favorite things in my collection. They're cheap. There's a ton of them out there because I made a ton of them for the episode. So they aren't like an expensive prop, but it's just a really neat prop all the same. So I put it in a little poster frame and doctored it up. I think it looks pretty cool. Didn't really mean to make that joke either. That was just kind of an accidental pun. Over here are my modern era Sonics, and then my metal prop replicas. So these are all character options. That's the Day of the Doctor Tennant screwdriver, but it has the tan handle, so I kind of pretend it's sort of like an Eccleston screwdriver. Below that is a Tennant, and then that's a Touch Control 12th. It's not like an 11th, but it was the same Sonic, so it fills the place. I don't really have a regular 11. Well, I do over on that bookshelf, but the original release 11, but I prefer this one over here. The 12th Doctor screwdriver, my absolute favorite, and then the character options 13th Doctor. Not the revised edition. I heard there is a new one that lights up a little better. I'm going to be picking that up soon. And then these, the Dark Energy Creation 2nd Doctor, and the RB Replicas 8th Doctor I did videos on. I haven't done a video on the 10th Doctor screwdriver remote. If anyone's interested in that, drop a request down below. I certainly would like to make a video on it, but only if there's interest, of course, because it's not a new product. Oh, that's my TV. On top of it, I have a custom lightsaber that was made by Severed Hand Sabers. You can find them on Facebook. It's like a father-daughter lightsaber building team, and I think it's absolutely awesome what they do. So it's one of those ones that you see where it lights up crazy bright and has the nice loud sound effects, and this is one of my absolute prized possessions. But you can change the colors and the fonts and how it flickers, and so I'm absolutely tickled with that. So one of my favorite things, my old TV. Top of my entertainment center, I've got a PlayStation 4, only video game console I really play. I got the Battlefront 1 Vader Edition. Entertainment Weekly Jodie Whittaker cover. Miscellaneous stuff back there. This DVD I just got the other day. It's got Earthshock, Vengeance on Varos, Remembrance of the Daleks, and then the Doctor Who movie. I was looking for the Doctor Who movie on eBay, and just to get that is crazy expensive. It's $70 for the special edition DVD, but then I found that, which has other classic stories. I've only seen Earthshock. I haven't seen Vengeance on Varos or Remembrance of the Daleks before this. So I was happy to get that, because I'm always happy to watch Doctor Who in general. Either side of the TV, I've got a couple of the Black Series Force Effects. There's a Luke and an Obi-Wan. Those I had before I got this. This one really kind of knocks them out of the water. Below that is kind of like my TV, DVD collection. We'll open that. I've got all of modern Doctor Who except for Season 11, which hasn't quite hit yet. And I'm missing the return of Dr. Mysterio. I haven't picked that up yet just because I can't justify paying more than $5 for it. I also have Shada, the animation re-release that just came out. So that might be something I review at some point. Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have every movie that, well, not quite everyone. I'm missing Thor 1 and Thor 2. Then I'd have a complete Marvel Cinematic Universe collection. Green Lantern, the animated series, which is a phenomenal cartoon. I mean, I never really knew about Green Lantern before the movie, and that kind of was like a half reboot, half continuation. So that was a phenomenal cartoon worth watching. Otherwise, just a bunch of, I've got all of Star Wars except for Season 4 Rebels. Avatar and Korra. So I watch a lot of old TV, movies, cartoons. So I don't have cable, so they get a lot of use. Over here is pretty much another Star Wars shelf. Up top I have the Black Series Poe Dameron helmet, the Book of Sith Vault Edition, replica Graflex lightsaber in a New Hope configuration. A old school, this is a King Soul flash. It's very close to the flash they used to make the original Darth Vader lightsaber prop. So that's something I found at a flea market for cheap and liked. That's the 20 Questions Jedi Holocron edition. Over here's my First Order shelf. I know people are decisive on the sequel trilogy. I like it, so I collect a lot of sequel trilogy figures. These Stormtroopers are an absolute bear to keep standing, though. I need to get stands. Below that's the Resistance heroes. I haven't really missed a lot of Black Series, so they just haven't made a lot of Resistance characters compared to other trilogies, but they've got time. It's still a new trilogy. Below that is my MCU shelf. These are all Marvel Legends, except for that Mark 42 Iron Man. That was a Figma that I got for really cheap. Below that is like my Imperial and my Republic Lego Star Wars sets, because like I said, they're not my big thing, so I don't have enough to give each era its own shelf. Below that is sequel trilogy. I just got the First Order Walker and the new trilogy Millennium Falcon. So that's it for my shelves. In here I've got more Marvel posters, chairside table where I watch a lot of TV. Another 11th Doctor pop. Aiden, that's for you. Over here is my bootleg UCS Superstar Destroyer. So the regular one goes for almost $1,000 on eBay, but I found this for like $60 on AliExpress. And so it's just fake Lego, but it went together pretty well. Ordinarily, I don't condone bootlegs, but that was just kind of something where for $60, I would just get it for the model. Giant Stormtrooper figure, chair full of junk mail because my mailbox is right out this door. Christmas tree I still haven't taken down because I'm horrible at time management. And then let's go ahead and jump in and I'll show you my room. Alright, so my room is an absolute mess, so I'm not going to show anything on the floor. It's just a lot of laundry, and it's just, that's my next project, is to straighten up in here. But I've got a Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald poster. I know people were hit or miss on that movie. I personally liked it, so I got that. 12th Doctor poster. You have no idea how hard it is to find 12th Doctor posters. They made a bunch of them for 11 and a bunch of them for 10. That was the only 12th Doctor poster I've been able to find. If anyone has any, like, knowledge on where I could get other 12th Doctor posters, comment down below. Capaldi's my favorite. I'd absolutely love to have another one or two just around the house. Over here, this is where I film the majority of the review videos, which you guys, I hope, love. Up top on that curtain rail is like a magnetic, LED light, which needs some new batteries. Normally it's brighter, but it helps light up the station a little better. We'll turn that off. Sonic Spork, still here from my 6th Doctor Sonic Lance video because I've been lazy lately. My rotating display turntable, which I normally have my McGann screwdriver on, but I've kind of gotten lazy about that. It's also got a nice little layer of dust on it because it's glossy and clear. Still have that foil tape I never used on that Sonic Lance, but this is my Doctor Who pop collection. So I've got most of them. I'm missing a couple of the convention exclusives and then some store exclusives. I'm still waiting on a materializing TARDIS. I ordered it like a month ago. The eBay seller hasn't sent it yet. I messaged him the other day. He was all apologetic. I'm waiting for word on that. If it's not shipped in the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to cancel that order, though. Yeah, the only pops I'm missing that I'm aware that I can come up with off the top of my head. K9, Spacesuit 12 from San Diego Comic-Con Limited, 1,008 pieces. The 13th Doctor in Coat, which was supposed to be first to market, But then Funko decided to bend us over and decided, I guess, they're not doing mass release. I'll do a video on that soon enough. I'm missing the glow-in-the-dark Adipose, the Banana Ninth Doctor, the Silence, and the War Doctor. I think that's all I'm missing. Other than that, I've got, all the, regular, doctors. Just the spacesuit and the 13 and coat. And 9 with Banana. So that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and jump back to the living room. Alright, everyone. I thank you all for watching, anyone who cared to see this. I never knew if I was going to do one of these collection tour videos. But, here I am. Sorry, not a lot of it was Doctor Who stuff. The problem with that is they don't make a lot of Doctor Who stuff, like, compared to other stuff. You get, like 10 new Star Wars figures every 2 months. But when it comes to Doctor Who stuff, like, for the last several years, you were lucky if every Capaldi season had 2 figures. So I don't really know what that was about. But, well, I mean, obviously, because they like to crap all over Capaldi, even though he was really the best Doctor. That might be an opinion, but it's not a wrong one. So yeah, I try to stick to Doctor Who stuff on the channel. So I don't think I'm ever going to really get to reviewing other stuff, because there's enough Star Wars and Marvel figure reviewers. There's not a ton of Doctor Who. Well, there's like a bunch of people that review Doctor Who stuff. There's not many that I feel make great videos. And I think that, like, I don't say that to ever say bad on anyone else. Everyone starts somewhere. I don't think my videos are great either, but, like, I feel like every video I've done is a little better than the one before. If anyone, has any suggestions or input, I'm always welcome to that. So, yeah, that's pretty well all I've got to say. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more reviews. Just because there's not new Doctor Who stuff out so much, I'm still picking up older things. So keep an eye out for videos. A lot of the older stuff is pretty affordable. So if there's anything you've ever been on the fence about, subscribe. Maybe you'll see it pop up here at some point. I'm always on eBay looking for a deal. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and wish you have a good day.